Sometimes we just have to decide. We have to make a decision. And as difficult as that can be, it's one of the things that will continue to help us move forward. If we avoid making a decision about something in our life, a change that we want to see, a change that we want to make happen, if we don't make a decision to make that change, then it's not going to happen. And so we need to change in order for our life to change. And in order for us to change, we have to decide. So we have to make a decision. And oftentimes that decision isn't easy. You could be struggling with addiction. You could be struggling with a relationship that's not working. You could be struggling with a job or career or your kids or whatever it is. But there's a decision that is lurking, and it's right around the corner. It's sitting right here. But you're afraid, and fear and worry do not come from God. Because the thing is that when we make a decision and we jump into a change that we are being called to do, that is on our heart, that we know is the next best step for us, but we're worried, do your best and set aside worry, because it doesn't belong with you. It doesn't come from God. Worry comes from fear, and fear doesn't come from God either. And fear is the number one biggest thing that stops people from moving forward in their life and doing the things that they really want to do. And worry is just a false emotion. And if you can step forward in courage and know that everything's going to work out, that you don't have to know everything, 5 miles down the road, 3 months down the road. You don't have to know what that's going to look like. All you have to know is the next best step for you. And I talked about courage, and you all have it. You all have it. I don't know what you're going through, and I don't know what change is next for you, but what I do know and feel is that you are going through a transition. You are going through a change, or there's something that's holding you back and it's keeping you from it. But beloved, know that God has your back, and that everything you need to step into that change and move forward in your life, He's going to equip you with that. So you can step forward in courage, because that's what courage is stepping forward even if you have fear. It's not stepping forward when you don't have fear. Courage is stepping forward in spite of it. And I know it's difficult to make a decision sometimes. And that's where procrastination comes in. And we have all these excuses about, we'll do it after this happens, or we'll do it when the season changes, or we'll do it when I have more money. Whatever your struggles are, financial, emotional, you're struggling spiritually, you hear this calling from God, or you feel a need to get close to Him, and maybe you've never even met Him before, but He's there waiting for you. He wants to talk with you. He wants to walk with you through your worries, through your struggles, through your challenges. And so it's really important now that we do not let fear stop us dead in our tracks, but we move forward in that which we are being called to do. And setting aside time to be able to be in solitude, in silence, to ask ourselves a few questions that bring us closer to ourselves when we don't have the answers. But I can guarantee that God will give you the answers if you ask Him. Ask Him to come into your life. Ask Him to step into your life. Ask Him to give you solutions to your problems and your issues. And so I'm going to leave you with 4 questions that you might want to ask yourself that will empower you to not only get closer with the divine, who has all the answers already and knows those steps for you to take, and so you don't have to worry. And when we step out in faith, then we don't have to worry. And when your faith gets stronger, your worry gets less. And it's a beautiful thing and a beautiful place to be. Because let's face it, who likes to worry, right? It's coming from all these false beliefs and mindsets and tapes of the past and from living in the past. But if we're living in the present and wanting to build the best future for ourselves, then we must make a decision and we must stop worrying and replace that with faith and know that everything is always working out for you. Everything is always working out for the good. You've got to step out and trust and know that you will be okay. So the 4 questions that I want to challenge you to ask yourself when you're in nature or beautiful silence or solitude, just do some meditation. And I'm going to create one for you on this. Number 1, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Ask yourself that. Number 2, what is your heart calling you to do? What are you here to do on planet Earth? Why did you come down from the heavens and stardust and be put here on this earth? What is it that you're supposed to be doing? What is it that your heart's calling you to do? Number 3, what is your purpose? Everyone has a purpose. Everyone is unique. Everyone has their own special gifts and talents. And you are being called here to do something. And so what is your purpose? And number 4, what are you grateful for? Where does the gratitude lie in your life? What are you grateful for?